After 3 years of trying, Orange Cassidy is finally a champion in AEW, winning the All Atlantic Championship from his longtime rival Pac. However, this could be a bad idea for that exact championship, and I'm going to tell you why in just a second. What's up, Maniacs? My name is Mex. I'm a wrestling fan, a wrestling enthusiast, a WrestleManiac, if you will. And right here at WrestleManiac UK, I discuss everything that's WWE and AEW. So if this sounds like the place for you, make sure you hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit the notification bell as well, so you get notified each and every time I drop a new video. Like I said in the intro, it has finally happened. Orange Cassidy has won a championship in AEW after 3 years of trying. He has had 8 previous title attempts and never won. This includes the IWGP United States Championship, the TNT Championship, a previous All Atlantic title opportunity he had against Pac. He has also gone after the Trios Championship, and don't forget the world title as well. Orange Cassidy has finally arrived as a champion in AEW, now beating Pac last night on Dynamite for the All Atlantic Championship. We love a bit of long-term storytelling when it comes to AEW, and this was exactly that. Pac is a long-term rival. He first faced Pac back in 2020. They've been rivals ever since that match. I think it was Revolution, you guys remember it. Such a great spectacle. These two have been going head-to-head every single time. We see it a couple times a year, and it has now resulted in Orange Cassidy becoming a champion in AEW, so you love to see it. However, once this happened, 2 things came to my mind which potentially makes Orange Cassidy becoming All Atlantic champion a really bad idea. Before I talk about them, you guys know what to do. Hit that thumbs up button on this video. I appreciate it every single time. Here are my 2 reasons why Orange Cassidy becoming All Atlantic champion is possibly a bad idea. So, reason number 1. This belt is somewhat designed to be a traveling title, an Atlantic title. It goes around the world and represents AEW. I'm going to read something to you guys that came from AEW as what the premise for this title actually is. The title was created to represent AEW's fans from around the world with no particular focus on the Atlantic Ocean or countries surrounding it. A unique aspect of the championship that, unlike AEW's other titles, which are almost exclusively defended on AEW programming, the All Atlantic Championship is also defended in other promotions around the world. And it's that last bit, that the championship will be defended in other promotions around the world. Yes, we did see Pac do this, and we kind of know that this is not just down to Pac wanting to go elsewhere and defend his title elsewhere. These places he was defending it was majority England, where Pac actually still lives. He hasn't moved his entire residency to the US for AEW. He is predominantly still in England and was defending this in promotions around England. So I said all that to say this. Will Orange Cassidy be going around the world, or at least different promotions within the US, to defend the All Atlantic Championship? There was a time where Orange Cassidy was going outside of AEW a lot and wrestling on a lot of these indie promotions, but I would say that was early AEW. That was mainly like 2019, 2020. Now maybe money is good for Orange Cassidy. Life is good. He's a mainstay. He is a fan favorite on AEW TV. I can't now see Orange Cassidy going round to these smaller promotions, these other promotions around the US, and defending this title when he is almost such a mainstay on AEW TV. And that is my whole point. This kind of now removes the point of this title. If Orange Cassidy isn't to go around the world, or at least the US, defending this championship and making the All Atlantic Championship, or being that AEW representative going around the globe defending this title. If Orange Cassidy isn't going to do that, then effectively we have got now another mid-card champion in AEW, just like the TNT champion, or just like the ROH TV champion. Just another mid-card champion, which yes, we all enjoy, we all love, but how does that differentiate from these other titles? For the sake of this title, or at least what AEW have said this title means and represents, Orange Cassidy needs to be traveling with this championship to other promotions, other countries, and putting on matches that are representative of the AEW brand. Reason number 2 is a continuation of reason number 1 in some aspects. Like I say, if Orange Cassidy is now to stick around in AEW with this title and not be the traveling champion like this title represents? What does that say for the TNT Championship? What does that say for currently Wardlow's run as TNT Champion? Because we all know Orange Cassidy is more popular than Wardlow. We don't need anyone to tell us that. Wardlow was climbing up there, but I would say over the last few months, he has dropped in popularity. Orange Cassidy has always been that guy since day one, AEW's inception. So he is now higher than Wardlow, if you like, within the mid-card ranks. I guess his belt will be valued a bit more because Orange Cassidy will naturally be figured more than Wardlow will be. So now, are we beginning to see a ranking of the importance of these mid-card titles in AEW? You guys let me know what you think in the comments. Is the AEW Atlantic Championship now ranked higher than the TNT Champion? Does it depend on who's holding it? It's going to be a very interesting discussion to see what we all think as who is the higher or the bigger champion between the likes of Orange Cassidy and Wardlow. Now, don't get me wrong, having all of this said, I'm very happy for Orange Cassidy. This is where Orange Cassidy should be. I think it's even somewhat overdue that he hasn't been the champion already before, and especially with some of the booking of the TNT Championship, you could have thought someone like Orange Cassidy could have just slid right in and taken that title underneath his wing. He has been a fantastic character for AEW. He is also a great wrestler. He's not just a comedy wrestler, which he's being passed off as in, you know, the early days of AEW. People really do like him, and he's really integral to that show and, you know, the roster nowadays. Orange Cassidy probably embodies AEW and what AEW once upon a time stood for. So I'm really happy to see him as a champion, but this issue of this belt not traveling, you know, I might just be kind of overdoing it and I might have jumped the gun. He may turn around tomorrow and not wrestle in AEW for 4 weeks because he's taking that belt all over the place. It's only time that will tell, and we can see what the future of the All Atlantic Championship is. AEW have been known to not necessarily stick to their rules, aka what's happened with the rankings. They've basically abolished that. So maybe they'll abolish this whole meaning they put behind the All Atlantic Championship. I guess you will see in good time. But let's talk about Orange Cassidy as champion. If he was to travel around, where would you like to see him pop up? What promotion, and who would you like to see Orange Cassidy take on and defend the All Atlantic Championship against? I want to hear you guys in the comments. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit a thumbs up on this video, and if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you get notified each and every time I drop a new video. WrestleManiac UK signing out, and I'll see you